Hello, welcome to Lakehouse Live. My name is Ash, and today we have a very special guest hailing from the Netherlands. Her name is Joanne Bird, and she's here with her band. They're going to play a couple tunes for us. This first one is an unreleased track, and it is titled Unusual Fairytale. So you guys can take it away.
Flowers in my hand. We're not that kind of thing. Doesn't mean I don't feel butterflies within. You're not that kind of guy who's gonna check in all the time. We're not that kind of story. Doesn't mean I don't think you adore me. It's not our thing. Still I enjoy the love you bring. We're not the usual fairy tale. Me and you, love can be like this too.
That was really beautiful, guys. Thank you so much for playing that, and thank you so much for being here today. We're thrilled to have you back in the studio because you are not a stranger to our space. So I'd love to kind of talk a little bit about that specifically, just because this song is really special, and I know that you're going to be recording it officially here tomorrow.
Yeah.
Did you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we had the greatest experience a few months ago recording my EP Railroad Tracks here in Lakehouse. So when we got the band back together for this tour, we decided to record some songs we just like kind of arranged together while we're touring the Netherlands, and that song we just played is one of them, and I can't wait to record it again here. So that's great.
That's so lovely. I'm so glad that you guys decided to bring it back. And I do have a question about the song. Hearing the lyrics, you can obviously tell, and by the name of it, you can tell it's about what feels like maybe some personal experience. What made you want to write the song?
Yeah, it's written out of this kind of kind of love for the fact that I get to experience all types of love and all different ways of connections in this life, and that when we were younger, we get this kind of image of what love is supposed to be like while reading books and watching certain movies, and that I like the fact that that image of a fairy tale is not what's supposed to be like for everyone. So that's why it's called Unusual Fairy Tale.
Love that. I definitely agree and feel that too.
Great.
You know, we all kind of have our own story and our own fairy tales that we go through. So
Yeah.
it's nice to represent that, because a lot of the time in music it does translate to feeling very similar to what we hear in movies and or what we see in movies and what we hear in stories.
It's not
So.
made for everyone. And
Yeah.
that's perfect. That's
Exactly. This world is all different shapes, sizes, and colors. So
Yeah.
that's amazing. And tell me, why don't you introduce the band and let me know. I'd love to talk about like how you guys all came together, because
Yeah.
you're here touring in the States again, and it seems like you've had a really cool journey with this crew.
Yeah, I definitely I did, and we still do. So I'd love to introduce them. I met them all during travel. I was traveling for 5 months through all the big music cities of the United States. I wanted to get inspired to write new music, and I wanted to delve into the musical history of all those big places. And I all met these musicians during that travel. I met Francis Valentino on drums. I met him in Nashville. I met Riley Owens on bass in Nashville. I met Anthony Sherry on guitar in New Jersey here actually, and I met Grace Quackenbos on keys in Boston. And we had this idea of touring the Netherlands together, and I brought them over to the Netherlands last March, and we had the best of times. It was amazing. And we couldn't wait to do it again. So here we are a few months later, back in the United States. So I couldn't be more grateful for that.
That's wonderful. And you guys are kind of hitting the end of this tour, right?
Yes, I think we have two. Yeah, we have 2 more shows to go.
That's so great. How's it been so far?
It's great. Yeah, it's so good to be able to play together. I did some solo shows in North Carolina as well. And but it always feels good to have the band behind me. That's the songs get so much more alive because of that. So.
There's something really special about being able to like liven up a room when you have a whole band with you.
Definitely is something.
All right, so let's let you jump into the next song. We won't keep you talking too much. So this one is titled "Who Brought the Rain to Texas," which was actually recorded here and was released in 2024. So go ahead and take it away, y'all.
Stepped inside on the wooden floor. The thunder faded when I closed the door. Guitar in hand, ready to play some tunes in this rusty old saloon. Who brought the rain to Texas? Who brought the rain? And I'd rather not explain, 'cause I'm afraid I brought the rain to Texas. Cowboys toasting at every chance. Big Joe teaching me the 2-step dance. Shots of bourbon, refills way too soon in this rusty old saloon. Brought the rain to Texas? Who brought the rain? And I'd rather not explain, 'cause I'm afraid I brought the rain to Texas. a breath of fresh air after all this heat. And who brought the rain to Texas? Who brought the rain? And it's not even a complaint, so I guess I brought the rain. Oh, I guess I brought the rain. Who brought the rain to Texas? Oh, who brought the rain? And it's not even a complaint, so I guess I brought the rain. Oh, 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 to Texas.
Beautiful. Thank you guys so much again for being here and for playing these wonderful songs for us.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting us.
Of course. So let's kind of jump a little bit into what inspires you musically. I'd love to hear a little bit about like your upbringing as a singer-songwriter and what kind of drove you to where you are now.
Yeah, so during my studies in the Netherlands, my bachelor's actually, I kind of mostly focused on jazz music, and I still love it. But at some point, I started to feel like I wanted to write my own music, and the jazz is definitely still there. But I picked up a guitar, I learned to play guitar, and that inspired me a lot. And like this indie folk Americana with a touch of jazz came out of it. And I really delved into it while studying my master's in Amsterdam, and that's where I took the time to really get inspired, get into that songwriter's mindset, but also learn about recording and putting yourself out there and everything. So it's been a super fun ride, and I can't wait to develop more and more.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, it's when you become that entity that you're putting yourself out there with your music, you kind of have to like take on all these different roles too, and not just be the songwriter and the performer. You have to, promote yourself and do all of those other things. And how has that been too, as someone who's developed into this world? What has it been like to be able to have to wear all the different hats?
It's hard. It can be hard. I do like it because I do love to like organize stuff and just all the things that come with artist development and artist management. I kind of like it, but sometimes I need more time to also focus on the musical aspect, and that's a hard balance to find. I think for everyone.
Definitely.
Yeah. So I'm trying my best, I think, and I've fantastic people around me that are helping me. So I'm very grateful for that.
Yeah, community. I mean, that's
Exactly.
what
It's all about networking. I learned the last few years. It's meeting people that you like musically and personally, and that can contribute to your development, and I can contribute to their development. That's I think one of the most wonderful things about music, that building of network, building of community, and doing it together. So that's very special.
Absolutely. That's definitely something that our younger generations that are coming up like don't necessarily put into their toolkit right away.
Right.
We all kind of grew up with this mentality of like, oh, I need to meet everyone in my local scene and every scene that I'm stepping into.
Yeah, it's definitely not necessary. You have to find your own voice and find the people that fit with that voice, and then I think you can come very far. And I still teach as well at a conservatory in the Netherlands, and I love to bring all my own passion and inspirations and development to those students, and hopefully they'll gain something from that and to find their own path in what they want musically.
Absolutely. That's beautiful that you share that knowledge too with them. Yeah. It's important too, as we become, seniors at what we're doing, we become the mentors. All right, let's do our question bowl question to spice it up a little bit and liven it up and see what happens. So for people who are watching, we keep this bowl down in our lobby, and people can put random questions in it, and sometimes they're funny and weird, and sometimes they're really cool and insightful. So
we'll see.
Shake it up and see how it goes. Okay. That's a long question.
Oh.
Okay, we're not going to answer that one.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes this happens where I'm like, you know what? I'm not
totally
asking
fine.
that question.
I'm curious though. I'm gonna ask you later what.
Yes. Well, we'll talk about it off camera.
Yeah.
Okay, this is I feel like I already know the answer to this question, and it has nothing to do with music. So let's go ahead with it. So it's, would you rather be made out of wood or out of plastic?
Oh, definitely wood.
No doubt. Why?
Well, it's real. It's it's honest. It's not made of like fake.
It's not artificial,
right? Yeah.
I always like to like spin any of these weird questions that we get to like, you know, a definition of ourselves.
Right.
And I immediately like read it and was like, oh, she's gonna pick wood.
Yeah. I don't know if many musicians would choose plastic. I don't know. Maybe you guys, would you choose? What would you choose? Oh shit! Anthony says that.
Oh my god! Yeah, I didn't even think of that.
Very interesting. Yeah.
You would live forever if you were plastic, and hearing you say that just like resonates in so many ways. You know, between people, you know, recreating themselves with. I mean, there's plastic surgery, right. And there's, you know, like there's all of these different ways to remain youthful and right. Continue on, and you know, as we like get into this artificial world too. That's right. That's what I. Yeah. Moral of the story is, I would probably pick wood too.
Good choice.
But plastic definitely has a good argument.
Yeah. Yeah.
I did not even think about that until you said it. So I guess we know where you land. What about the rest of the band? Anybody else have an answer for us?
What about you, Riley? Wood. Bass player, wood.
Okay.
Francis also wood. And Grace? Definitely wood. Well, okay. Anthony, you're kicked out.
Yeah, you're the odd one out there.
No, we need a good differences in the band. So
yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, you definitely need to have somebody that's an outlier to kind of give you. It's always good to work in groups as like, you know, different people and
right.
who have some different mindsets to help spice things up and you know, play devil's advocate. Yeah. Well, that was fun. That was cool. Thank you guys for entertaining me and the question bowl.
Thank you.
So before we let you guys go on to your last song, what are your plans for the future releases that you're going to be putting out? Do you, I know you're going to be, you know, finishing up this EP that you're working on, but are you intending on, you know, doing more touring back in the States again?
Yeah, so definitely planning on that. I'm not sure yet how I will release this next EP. I'm just going to see what the best schedule for that is, and whatever development will happen maybe in the meantime. But we'll have a tour in the Netherlands planned. It's gonna be a while, but it's in October 2025. We have we're gonna do some weeks there again, and hopefully maybe in the meantime or after that I'll try to come back here. So
yes,
we're not stopping yet for sure.
Keep the momentum going.
Yes.
That's really nice.
Yes.
All right, cool. So where can we find you on social media, and where can we listen to your music?
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram, TikTok, on Joanne Bird Music. And you can listen to my music on Spotify and on YouTube and on like Apple Music. Everything, it's just Joanne Bird. So yeah, Perfect. Hope you enjoy.
Thank you. And for the listeners, please make sure that you go check Joanne Bird out on all of those platforms. The whole reason why we do this show is so that we can continue to support the artists that come through Asbury Park on their journeys, and for the local acts as well. So make sure that you check out the rest of the videos on our channel, and make sure that you like and subscribe to our channel as well. Feedback always welcome in the comments. We love to hear what people have to say. And you can find us at Lakehouse Recording Studios on Instagram, and you can find us at Lakehouse Live on TikTok. So we are going to let these guys play their last song before they go play a live gig in town as well. So this is a nice rehearsal beforehand too. So this last track is really cool and really special. So it's titled Railroad Track. It's an unreleased song, and it is a song that they just performed live. So anyone who hears it in this recording, it's the first time that you'll be hearing it unless you've seen Joanne live. So that's super cool. And thanks, guys, again for being here and for playing music with us today. And whenever you're ready, you can take it away.
Thank you so much. Picking up my mac and cheese in the trembling train cafe.